Merhaba arkadaşlar, ben Emre. Deponia 2'ye kaldığımız yerden devam ediyoruz. En son yeni bir ah, bölgeye gelmiştik böyle. Suyun üstünde bir nedeni köy gibi bir yer, yerleşke. Bakalım, şurada manyak bir köpek vardı, bizde dalga geçiyordu. Sonra burada tek tek gezecektik. Bir de bir sürü şey bulmadık. Bir krank bulduk. Elektrik bandı. Bir de sopa bulduk. Her yeri bir gezelim istiyorum.
I can look around the town later. First, I have to help Doc get Goal back into shape. Can't have the old coot grabbing all the credit for himself.
Tamam. Buraya da gitmeyecek o zaman. Bunlar birleşiyor mu?
Nah, that makes no sense. If the crank were electric, why crank?
Tamam. Peki ya bu? Bu bununla birleşti. İzole çubuk.
All this idea is missing.
Dur. Şuraya bir daha git. Köpeğe. İzole çubuk. Ha dur, izole şurada elektrik çarpıyordu.
Exactly. That barking trash can may think he can shock me, but I'll show him what a shock. When the shock. I mean, what the shock? Oh, whatever. Some ingenious pun with shock. Shock. Because of the electric shock and so on.
Şoku
Oh, come
dalga
on,
diye
Rufus. You don't
çevirmişti.
need a punchline to be brilliant.
Ne oldu bu şimdi? İzole edilmiş yüksek gerilimli çubuk. Onu verelim be köpeğe.
Now he's in for a nasty shock. Hey, what's wrong? Are you giving up?
Yes, you were right. This stick business is just too much for me.
You stupid muddy cur. Here, like this.
Biz
You
çarpılacağız
put the
değil mi?
stick in your mouth.
Oh boy, I can't take it anymore. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Öldürdük ya lan. O zaman doktora gidebiliriz. Selamünaleyküm. Kimse yok mu? Burada bir elektrot varmış.
Is a techno flux inductor thingamy. I can spot one right off.
Dokun bakalım.
Does it have juice?
What is going on out there? Stop playing around with the equipment and come in.
Tamam. Sırt
It's
merakımdan bakıyorum
time
ama.
for another brilliant maneuver, plus or minus 10 minutes.
Bak
Not
bakalım bunu.
necessary. I've got all the time I need.
İyi o zaman. Gidiyorum içeri.
Hey, Doc.
Rufus,
Ne yaptın la kızı?
at last. Goal really almost bought it this time.
But as I can see, you have everything under control. I'll go look for Bozo then. He mentioned a tavern.
Her implant has been badly damaged. I need to operate right away. There is only one problem. The data cartridge is not going to survive the procedure.
I take it that's a bad thing?
Well, yes. Her entire mind is stored on the thing. Her memory, her character.
The ascension codes?
I can save the data, but I need a bunch of empty cartridges.
And these cartridges are hard to obtain?
Not really. This is the floating black market after all. There's nothing you can't get here. And brain implants are currently all the rage. I installed another one just the other day. You will find the cartridges in the gadget shop.
What? Why me?
Because I need to get ready for the surgery.
And I need to familiarize myself with the local circumstances. Bozo said something about a tavern?
Rufus,
All right, all right. So I get those cartridges in the gadget shop?
it's right by the harbor, outside the city gate. Just have them charged to my account. But make very sure that you get the good cartridges. The cheap ones are bound to cause problems.
Well, it's your money.
Bayağı kötü yapmışız bu sefer
She's
goal'u.
almost always unconscious when we run into each other. I wonder if there's a connection. Ah, nonsense.
Senin yüzünden.
Goal? Goal!
She can't hear you, Rufus.
No problem. I know what to do. All I need is battery acid, gunpowder, bull's blood.
Or you can simply bring me the cartridges as I asked you to do.
We'll see.
Sen de.
I wonder if he can do it. Phew, not without my help, that much is certain. So I get those cartridges in the gadget shop?
It's right by the harbor, outside the city gate. Just have them charged to my account. But make very sure that you get the good cartridges.
Kesin çok kötüsünden alacağız. Eminim ben. Demedi demeyin.
A
Tornavida.
tinkerer's best friend. The carelessness of fellow tinkerers who leave their tools lying around.
Gidelim tornavida çalalım. Hop. Çekmeceyi yarıştı.
Chew first.
That was a reminder that you are not to poke around in my things.
Okay, reminder heard and ignored.
Rufus?
It's okay.
Sıkıntı yok.
It's okay.
Tamam. Dondurucu neymiş? Dondurucuda bir şey yok. Burada ne var? Şartel. Şartel doldurdu. Okey, bir şeyler yapılacak o zaman. O zaman çıkışa doğru. Hızlıca çık bakalım. Burada boya kutusu var, sonra kullanacağız.
Hey, you.
Who?
Ne oldu lan?
Me?
No, we're talking to the three-headed platypus behind you.
Salak.
We've been watching you.
We know what you're planning.
Oh, yeah? Seems like you know more than I do.
News spreads fast in the floating black market. You've got something very valuable there.
It mustn't fall into the wrong hands.
And your hands would be the right ones?
Let's just say we're friends.
We're the good guys.
We fight against oppression by the Organon.
Death to the Organon.
The Organon is planning something
Something unspeakable.
so unspeakable that we cannot talk about it.
We've got to go.
We've already said too much.
But we'll be back.
And then we'll get what is rightfully ours.
Do not talk about this to anybody.
Keep your back to the wall.
And do not forget who your true friends are.
Death to the Organon.
Death to the Organon.
What
Ne
was
olduğunu
that
gram
all
anlamadım. Cidden ne olduğu garipti. Hadi git bakalım. Solda ne varmış görelim. Nereye geldik? Hiçbir fikrim yok. Oraya
Whoever
varmış
designed
burada.
this pipe displays a refreshing lack of respect for any sense of efficiency.
Bu arada da hayvan gibi kılıç var.
Hello? Testing, testing. Attention, attention. This is an important announcement. A comet is approaching the floating black market. I repeat, a comet is approaching the floating black market. In order to avoid panic, you should consider suicide as an option.
Tamam, böyle bir şeyimiz var. Oraya bir yere gelecek büyük ihtimalle, biz de
Oh, that
Almost
can be used to close the pipe. Right
bitireceğiz.
now, it's open.
Kullanabiliyoruz mu?
Great, now the pipe's closed, but it didn't do me any good. I'd better leave it open. And keep it in the back of my mind, just in case.
Tıt tıt tıt tıt. Bura nereye gidiyor bilmiyorum. Buradan bir kapıya bir bakalım neymiş.
I don't believe it! I don't care if you're new to the neighborhood. Even if Brad Pitt in person stood at my door carrying cake, I would still take my nail gun and... What the? Who are you?
Bıçak istiyorum. Satırık neyim? Bak neyim ben de sorarım.
What have you got on offer?
My specialty today is cuts and stab wounds for obnoxious visitors.
Holy crap on a cracker.
Yolumu kaybettim
I
diye.
think I lost my way.
Yeah, I think so too. But I've got good news for you. It's not gonna happen anymore in the future.
Because then I'll know my way around?
Because you won't be able to walk, that's why.
Bıçak
I would
istiyorum
like a
diye.
knife.
In your gut or in your eye. You can have both.
Bıçmayı istiyorum. Potansiyel bir müşteriye böyle mi davranılmalı
Do you think
sence?
that's the smartest way to treat a potential customer?
You? A potential customer? Ha! Just look at you! You should be glad I haven't shot you yet, with the emphasis on yet.
İyi gidiyorum o zaman.
I guess I'll be on my way then.
Yeah, don't even think about bugging me again.
İlginç bir kişiyle tanışmış olduk ve buradan büyük ihtimalle bıçak gibi bir şey alacağız. Bura nereye gidecek? Haritaya bir göz at, neresiymiş? Burayı açmışız. Liman, endüstriyel park falan filan. Şuraya gidiliyor mu? Yukarıdan mı çıkacaksın? Evet.
Closed. Too closed for my taste.
Tamam. Buraya bakamıyoruz.
I feel like
Teleskopa
I'm
bak.
being watched.
Bak bakalım.
Oh, no. I can't while someone's watching. What
Şimdi
amateur installed this? It's in need of realignment.
gidelim bir bakalım antene.
What amateur installed this? It's in need of realignment. Oops. Why does that always happen to me with antennas?
Anten söktük yala. Bir malzeme olarak
This is
aldık.
apparently a real hand. They don't appear to think much of dice games here. Go,
Alabiliyorsun
go,
ama.
Rufus Rubber Arm! That always worked before.
Bunu alamıyoruz. Bunu bir şekilde şuradan gireceğiz. De buraya çıkıp o eli almamız lazım. Şuradan devam edelim. Ben şarkıcı gondolcuymuş herif. Sırayı var. Venedik.
This
Jeneratöre
isn't a
bak.
trash burning engine.
Bak bakalım bir jeneratöre.
I don't see a switch. No matter. With a little technical know-how, it shouldn't be a problem. Turn off!
Bunu sanki crank'la yapabilirsin
This
diye
isn't a
düşünüyorum.
trash burning. This isn't a.
Yok yapmadı. Tornavidayı da açıyor
This isn't a
olabilirsin.
trash.
Hayır.
It should be possible to build something
Belki
useful.
sökülüyordur
out of it.
dedim,
A
yok,
toolbox for
sökülmüyormuş.
washers? No.
O zaman buraya başka bir şey lazım. Kuş
What
yuvasına
an
bak.
ugly nest. It must belong to an extremely ugly bird.
Kuşa niye şey dedin lan şimdi? Çirkin.
Caution is required. The colorful ones like to bite back. Oh man, that was a lousy Easter.
Kötü bir Pascal. Yumurta alınan bir şey büyük ihtimalle. Hey ho!
I never touch stuff that some stranger has already had in their rear end.
He, orada eldiven vardı. Eldiveni alacağız demek ki. Eldiveni alınca bu yumurta gelecek.
The
Tabii,
bumper
tabii.
looks stable, but can it withstand the infamous Rufus crash test?
Bakalım bir.
Stronzo! Is you matto making a poof with my new sacco di aria? Now I must go to il tocco to get a replacement.
That was funny.
Adam gitti lan.
These
Adamla
foreign models are
konuşacaktım
just
da.
pieces of junk. Something's always breaking down.
Not bu
Music
neymiş?
stand. Uh-oh, that spells trouble.
Rıh. Bir şu rıhtına bir bak. Nereye çıkıyor?
And who have we here?
Rıh. Bunlar niye bir
This
göz
is
açık?
the newcomer that everyone's talking about.
They're talking about me. High time, too. All those stories of my heroic deeds are actually quite understated.
We're not interested in fairy tales. You've got something that we want.
Huh. Tough. Good looks is something you're born with.
We are talking about the secret ascension codes.
The ascension codes? Over my dead body. Wait. Let me rephrase that. Uh-oh. Ow! Ow! Oh! Ouch! Ow! Ow! Oh! Ouch! Oh! Oh! Ow!
Yazık lan.
Ow! Oh!
He hasn't got the money. I guess he isn't as stupid as he looks. So what do we do now? We'd better report this to Donna.
Oh! Oh!
İyi dayak yedik.
Lots of friendly people here. Maybe I should tone it down a bit.
Öyle. Şuraya bir
That's really
bakalım.
small bait. Nothing like my epic whale bait made from phosphorescent anchovies. What did I do with that? I remember bringing it on board. Then we sailed into that pod of whales. After that, all I remember is a dull thud.
Ah ah. Birinci oyunda o hamsilerle işimiz olmuştu.
I don't want that. That's really small bait. Nothing like my epic whale. What did I do? I remember.
Almıyor. Bence
What was it I didn't want to do again with jars full of hooks? I'm sure I'll remember it eventually. What was it I didn't want to do? Oh yeah, stick my hand in.
elimi sokma.
Ow!
Kancamız oldu. Kovada ne var?
What do I do first? Save the world? Repair my girlfriend's brain damage? No, I know. I'll look at this bucket. Haha, sweet.
Bak bakalım. Ha bakmadı. Direkt aldı kovayı. Okey. Balıkçıyla konuşalım.
Yoo-hoo!
Scram! You're scaring the fish.
But
Shoot!
Bozo'nun gemisine gelmişken de bir uğrayak bakalım. Çöp kutusu.
I would love to claim that I don't rummage around in trash, but who am I kidding? After all, this is Deponia.
Evet.
Bleh, slimy. Oh, that is disgusting. No, I've had it. I simply do not belong here. Wait, what's this? Hey, that's my old anchovy bait. It's still good.
Aa yem. Bu yemi balıkçıya mı vereceğiz ki? Yemi balıkçıya vermedeni.
Look at this.
Scram!
What if I want to fish here too?
I'm not buying that. You ain't no fisherman. Just look at you. And you're obviously missing the obligatory fisherman's luck.
What if I prove to you that I am a fisherman?
I'd like to see that.
Well, you will.
Fine. And now, shoot!
Buna balıkçı olduğumuzu göstermemiz lazım.
I
Bunlar
already
birleşiyordu
hooked
bence.
that.
Acaba yemini karıştırsak ne olur?
That's really small bait. Nothing like.
Yok yapmadım. O zaman çık buradan. Gelmiş bizimki. Bondocu seninle konuşmak istiyordum gel.
Yoo-hoo!
Bu notalar ne oluyor?
What is that sheet music?
La musica si fa volare. Questa è
Ne?
una canzone molto romantica. La la la la.
Calzone.
Prego.
Bir kereliğine farklı bir şey söyler
Can't you
misin?
sing something else for a change?
Con piacere. Ma sfortunatamente, but it's too bad. I have just uno singolo spartito. Only one musical sheet, comprende?
Some of it.
Kanallarda sürekli çekip şarkı söylemek zorunda
Do
mısın?
you really have to keep rowing through the canals and singing?
Hey, Kadari, merci. I needed to drive off how do you say?
Boredom?
Rats.
Ah, well, now that makes sense.
Dragondo.
Cool gondola.
Sì, sì, questo cabrio molto confortabile con tutto extra speciale.
With all the extras? What extras?
Airbag?
Hava yastığının içine girince.
Sorry about your airbag.
It's no problemo. I am a socio di Club Gondola Mobilistico.
A member of the gondola club?
Precisamente. Il doc always has a replacement for sacco di aria, capito? Capisce?
Capisco. Caputo.
Hey buddy, quit yanking my chin.
Kafa bulmayı bırak. Bu kutu
What's that box?
hediyesi
Is
var.
that your new airbag already?
Sì, sì. Fortunatamente, il doc always has a replacement in the stock.
Do you always have to speak with that goofy accent?
Yeah, you bet. If I don't, I'm in trouble with the Gondola Association.
I see.
Yazık ya. Adam böyle konuşmak zorundaymış. Seni endişelenmek istemem ama Argonanlar Deponia'yı patlatmayı
I don't mean
planlıyor.
to worry you, but
Organon.
the Organon is planning to blow up Deponia.
No apprensione. Don't worry. Con una bella canzone on your lips, all is gonna be bene in the end.
Nothing's gonna be bene. The whole planet is gonna go kablooey.
So I will sing Fina Laura. La la la la.
Aa,
Oh, brother. I hope they hurry up with their explosion.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
Huh? What's that mean?
Oh, nothing.
Salak ya. En basit bilinen şey ya. Bütün cümleleri kullanıyor. Bunu mu bilmiyorsun? Şuraya bakalım. Kulüp gibi bir yer mi? Evet.
Is
Kılıç
that
balığı varmış.
supposed to be a razorfish? To me, it looks more like a sword.
Kılıç balığı zaten o.
Hey, hold still! Oh, darn it. Oh, it seems to have some sort of motion sensor.
Bence onu sökersin ha
I'll
bununla.
catch this fish with my bare hands.
İlla eldiven mi lazım? Burada biri varmış. Bizimki de burada. İlk şununla bir tanışalım.
Ugly bird. Don't they have any
Kuş
face
mu?
checks around here?
Bak bakalım.
May I bother you?
Not really.
Then I'll have to do it without your consent.
Doktor ötesinin önünde tanışmamış mıydık?
Didn't we meet in front of Doc's workshop?
You must be mistaken.
No. You and your beefy chum, you were gonna take something from me. What was it you were yelling? Death to the Organon?
Death to the Organon! I mean,
Doğru.
death to the Organon! Whoever would say such a thing? Not that it isn't a good slogan. I mean, someone must have put a lot of thought into that.
Aslında bizim karakter hani ne kadar gerizekalı olsa da bazen çok zeki olabiliyor. Ben onu fark etmemiştim. Neden burada yalnız başına oturuyorsun?
Why are you sitting here on your lonesome?
I'm waiting for a worthy opponent to play rock, paper, scissors.
Why do you think you might find one here?
Because people around here tend to give you the finger.
That makes sense.
Profesyonel misin
So
bu
you're a
konuda?
professional rock, paper, scissors player?
Yeah, I'm an expert, a professional gamer, a prestidigitator. Scissors is my forte. I've been training it for years and I can do it in my sleep. But my rock really rocks too.
Saçma
Once in
bir
a
cümle
while,
ya.
I'm still a bit hesitant to make full use of my paper. But my coach says that I can compensate for this weakness through speed and stamina.
Oynamak
I wanna
istiyorum. Hadi
play.
oynayalım.
Why not? But I need to see your fingers first. Did you bring them?
Well, the last time I looked, they were at the lower end of my arm. Let me have a look. Yep, here they are.
Ha ha ha. Nice try, buddy.
Why? What's wrong with them?
Those aren't official tournament fingers. They might be loaded. Come back when you have an official tournament hand.
I'll be off then.
See you around.
Bununla taş kağıt makas oynayacağız ama parmak bulmamız lazım ilginç bir şekilde. O zaman şu bizi dövene
That's one of the
bakalım.
guys I beat up outside the city gate. I'll have to be careful.
Gelin de konuşalım. Bir daha dövsün bizi. Selam.
Excuse me?
What do you want?
Sana bir özür gelecek.
I think an apology would be in order.
What for?
Like for attacking me in the street?
Listen up, kiddo. I'm a member of unorganized crime.
And how does that give you the right to assault innocent passersby in broad daylight?
That's the way we roll.
Cool.
Düzensiz suç örgütü tam olarak
So,
da ne?
unorganized crime. What is it exactly?
We're just like a criminal organization without the organized bits.
Sizi katılabilir
Could I
miyim?
join you maybe? I'm incredibly unorganized.
Don't be ridiculous. What could you possibly have to offer?
Tamir konusunda doğuştan yetenekliyim.
I'm a gifted tinkerer.
Really? So what do you tinker?
Power inverters, escape machines, a life of order and contentment.
That's kid stuff. You're simply not reckless enough for an unorganized criminal.
Çok çabuk
I'm
toparlanıyor.
very resilient. I can fall from a tower 2 miles high into a pile of syringes without taking any damage.
Remarkable. And can you juggle balls on your nose?
Oh, really? I'm a daring adventurer, not a circus ocelot.
That's kid stuff. You're simply not reckless enough for an unorganized criminal.
Çok rahat
I am
biriyim
so
desek peki.
incredibly cool.
Just how cool.
I'm so, like, laid back that the back of my head, like, is almost touching the ground.
Övünmeye bak.
Yeah.
That's kid stuff. You're simply not reckless enough for an unorganized criminal.
Ben iyi bir
And I'm a good
dinleyiciyim.
listener.
You are? That sounds interesting.
They call me the Ear.
You know, there's this story that I've always wanted to...
Eagle Ear, master of sound waves.
But my story...
Listening his opponents into the dust.
Forget it.
What? Did he say something?
Çok iyi dinle. Çok iyi bir dinleyicisin. Yeterince gözü
I
kararın.
certainly am reckless enough.
No, you're not.
Nasıl
So
kanıtlayabilirim
how can
diye
I
soru.
prove to you that I'm reckless enough?
You'd have to do something truly reckless, like shave Donna's cat, for instance.
If that's all.
That wasn't a serious suggestion. Nobody in his right mind would ever do something that reckless.
Hey, I'm not nobody in his right. Don't try to stop me.
Tamam, örgütün bir
I'll
parçası
soon be
olacağım.
part of your organization. You'll see.
Beat it.
Peki Organon örgütün hakkında ne düşünüyor?
So, what does the Organon think of your organization?
This is the floating black market, kiddo. We don't care what the Organon thinks.
So, what about that Organon official right behind you?
What? Very funny.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Dostun nerede?
Say,
Diğer
where's
sağ
your
göz.
pal?
Wink? He's got in our secret hideout, even though he's not really qualified. Blind as a bat in his right eye. And the right eye is the important one after all.
Huh? Who says that?
My mama. Why?
Çok ilginçmiş ya. Bu arada taş kağıt makas oynamak ister
Hey, do
misin?
you also like to play rock, paper, scissors?
Sure. Unfortunately, I left my tournament fingers in the hideout today.
Bunun karım. O zaman yeni bir şey öğrenmiş olduk. Bu elemanın biz de örgütüne katılacağız. Oradan parmakları çalacağız. Parmakları da burada bir yukarıdaki tipsiz herifle şey
I'll
yapacağız.
get back to you.
Whatever.
Öğrenmiş olduk. Sana geleceğim. İlk önce şuraları
I
karıştırmayı
hope there's
seviyorum.
also something useful in there.
Bakalım var mı? Neymiş bu? Çöp yengeçlerin çiftleşme şarkısı. Çöp Dağı tarantelası. Benim Kojiko'nun şarkısı. Ölü güvercin tangosu. Ben ilk önce çiftleşme şarkısını dinlemek istiyorum. E? O? Hiçbiri çalmıyor sanki. O zaman burada bir şey var. Puzzle var. Artık öğreneceğiz. Müzik kutusu kapağını aç bakalım şöyle. Açamıyor.
Despite my mighty strength, I'm not going to get anywhere without tools. The flap is screwed down.
Vidalandıysa tornavidamız var koçum. Böyle bir şey beklememiştim.
The
Bölüm.
dead pigeon tango.
Hey, hands off!
Oh yeah? What are you gonna
Ne
do?
yapacağım?
Stamp your feet and steal my firstborn child?
I wouldn't talk so big if I were you. I'm at the right height to prevent your firstborn child from ever being conceived.
Yeah, I have to go. I get a pain in the neck when I look down for too long.
Acaba şey mi? Ne yazıyor? Ölü güvercin tangosu. Bakayım, merak ettim. Ölü güvercin tangosu bastım. Değişti mi peki? Hayır. Neyse. Buranın ayrı bir şeyi var. Çözemedim. Muma bak.
The ambience is perfect.
Bursan süper.
Hey, leave the candle alone. It's the only thing that provides light in here when the generator goes on the fritz.
Jeneratörü çalıştırırsak o zaman bu mumu araklayacağız mı? Bu neymiş? Tuvalet kapısı. Bakalım bir tuvalete.
Locked.
Lock lock lock lock. Tornavidayla açamaz mısın?
I should have the lock picked in no time with this. What?
O zaman
That must
şu
be
Gülber'le
Gulliver. He
konuşalım.
looks all right to me, but he's a lousy replacement for Lonzo.
Konuş bakalım. Gülber.
Hi.
Ah, a new customer. Welcome to Gulliver's Gully. I'm Gulliver. If you need to use the bathroom, let me know. Then I'll give you the key, the flashlight, and the wolf repellent. We assume no liability for damages caused by the peanuts on the counter. So, what can I do for you?
Gulliver'in golü hiç çekici durmuyor diye.
Gulliver's Gully doesn't sound terribly inviting.
My customers aren't used to being invited anywhere. Who would want to invite thieves and smugglers? Or people with infectious mouth diseases? Now, if you're looking for an inviting ambience, you'd better go uptown, kid.
Senin düzenli müşterilerinle ilgili birkaç sorum var.
I've got a few questions regarding your regulars.
Spit 'em out.
Gidip durma şunu. Ne tip insanlar buraya
What
geliyor?
kind of people usually hang out here?
Well, riffraff and rabble, you know, thieves, cutthroats, but the good kind.
Well, it's pretty empty at the moment.
Always is this time of day. Besides your people, only Nod is here now. He's with unorganized crime. I think he's here now because his brother Wink took over the first third of the preliminary 5 o'clock shift today. But as you can imagine, unorganized crime schedules are a little obscure. And then there's Garliff. He comes here to play.
So what does he play?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Seriously? Your dangerous rabble plays rock, paper, scissors?
It may not sound like a game for tough men, but the stakes are high. And they play with loaded fingers.
Organellerle bir sorunun oldu mu
Don't
diye
you ever run
sorarlar.
into problems with the organon? To me, it looks like everyone here is doing whatever they want.
That's right. The authorities leave us alone here. Portofisco is far away, and the magnetic train route runs along the coast. That's how the floating black market was formed in the first place. We're always in places where the organon doesn't look.
And if I told you that it won't stay that way for long?
Then I would tell you to go join Janosch and his resistance windbags. Only an idiot would believe in that conspiracy crap.
Kaptan Bozo'yu tanıyor
Do you
musun?
know Captain Bozo?
Sure. He drops anchor here on a regular basis. I think he's got something going on with the owner of the weapons store in Little Venice. She won't break your heart. She'll perforate it with a repeating laser.
And Bozo has a thing going with that fury? I can hardly imagine
Right.
how that would work out.
Bizi anımızın çapına ateşleyecek kadınla ilişkileri varmış ha. İlginç. Bozo'nun kız arkadaşını tekrar
Go on,
bahsetsene.
tell me about Bozo's girlfriend again.
I think he's got something going on with the owner of the weapons store in Little Venice. She won't break your heart.
And Bozo?
Tamam.
I can hardly...
Aynı şeyi söylüyor. Düzensiz suç örgütüyle ilgili bana ne diyebilirsin?
What can you tell me about unorganized crime?
I wouldn't mess with them if I were you. They're dangerous and unpredictable. If you want to know more, Go ahead and ask Nod over there.
Bir yere attığı hareketinden bahsettin. Nasıl bir şey?
You mentioned an underground movement. What's up with that?
Well, calling it an underground movement might be somewhat exaggerated. Garliff and his friends, Janosch and Liebold, hold regular meetings in Janosch's mother's basement.
That's gotta be a joke.
It is. And the punchline is Janosch, their leader. He thinks he's some sort of freedom fighter.
Freedom.
That's it for now.
Yep, that was definitely enough.
Tamam. Burası biraz karanlık.
It's pretty dark in here.
That's a good thing. Most of my regulars aren't a pretty sight. But if you think this is dark, just wait until the generator breaks down again.
Does that happen often?
Unfortunately, yeah. It's the salty air. Almost the same effect as sugar in the tank. Odd, isn't it?
Evet. Güzel Karaposa'da görülecek başka neler
What
var?
else is there to see in the floating black market?
Don't tell me you're a tourist. In that case, you'd better go uptown, assuming they let you in. Downtown is reserved for smugglers, fences, gamblers, and pirates. For a special thrill, I recommend watching the platypus pataka in the market arena. However, fighting only takes place when two squabblers are going after each other.
Demek ki bir ipucu daha aldık. Birilerini ağız dalaşına sokacağız. Bakalım. Yüzen Karaposa'da aynı şeyi sormuştuk değil mi? Ornitorenk dövüşünden tekrar bahsetsene.
Go on, tell me about those
Platypus pataka is a lethal contest, a fight for life and death.
Evet. Aldığımız yerden devam edelim. Bozuk versek müzik kutusu başka şarkı
Can't the
çalar mı
jukebox
sonra?
play a different song for a change?
What do you mean? It plays a different song all the time.
Are you sure? It does sound pretty familiar, you know.
Leave my jukebox alone. Nothing but classics in the playlist. My favorite is the mating song of the junk crabs, but only when the door's closed. I have enough complaints about crab bites as it is.
Çok iyi. Tuvaleti kullanmam gerekli.
I need to use the bathroom.
Then you should sign this waiver first.
A waiver? I
Merak
hereby
etmem.
confirm that I am not entitled to seek damages against Gulliver, Gulliver's Gully, or Splash Me Toilet Outfitters in the case of
Çok iyi.
blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, hair loss, chemical burns to the nasal mucous membranes, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, spider bites, rat bites, wolf bites, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, leprosy, psoriasis, or any kind of curse inflicted by indigenous tribes? Who would sign this nonsense?
Well, the owner of the drugstore, for one.
Is he suicidal?
No. Blind. Using this bathroom is also a popular test of courage. I mean, popular with those who are named in the will. Garliff up there currently has a bet going on with his buddy, Liebold. But, I don't think he's gonna do it. He's still got plans.
Çok iyi
Yeah, well,
ya.
I have a plan too. I'm planning not to act like a coward. Hand me that pen.
You don't have to do this. You know that, right?
I've never done things I had to do.
Well then, good luck. When your urge to go becomes stronger than your sense of self-preservation, you can ask Garliff for the key.
I'll do that.
Yaparız. Bir de içki alayım lütfen.
A drink, please.
Have you got any money?
Well,
Yep.
I thought so. I mean, just look at you.
why does everybody always say that?
Come back when you've got money. Transients don't get a tab here.
O zaman
See you later.
Come
Sonra
back when
görüşürüz.
you're serious about buying a drink.
burada biterim arkadaşlar. Beğenmeyi, yorum atmayı ve abone olmayı unutmayın. Bir sonraki videolarda ve serilerde görüşmek üzere. Bay bay.
Fearless.